All right, you guys, today I'm going to teach you how to do a Y pullover or raise. Now, there's several ways to do this, so I'm going to go through all the different modalities. Just look in your program to see which one we're working on for you specifically, but I want you to see all the different ways. Also, if one way feels awkward to you that I have written, don't be afraid to utilize these other ways. They're not necessarily progressions that I'm going to show you today, so they are kind of interchangeable. It's just a different way to hit them. So if you go to use the dumbbells and it's just too heavy and too awkward, and you think a dowel stick would be a better choice, this one definitely is the best one to help you with the plane of motion and give you some resistance without it being too heavy. So let me go through first the cues of this, and then I'll show you the different modalities. So what's really important with the Y, what we're doing is we're going to work the lower traps, which are what help you hold your shoulder blades down and back. Your rhomboids do that as well, but they're a little bit higher. They kind of lay over top of each other. So your lower traps, which is right there in between and under your shoulder blades, and your lats and the mid back. So that weak part of your back where people often get a pinch and it's tight and it's out of place, it's because those muscles often are underworked, and that's also part of why we hunch. It's also part of the reason there are problems is because we sit like this at a desk for most of us throughout the day. So it's really important to build these muscles. This is a very, very tiny move. But this is a very powerful move because the stronger we get there, the stronger our kinetic chain is, the stronger every move we're going to do is. So don't overlook these. When I put them in there at the end, it's really to help finish off or round out that workout and focus in that area. So cues to remember. Now this is called a Y raise because we're raising up like a Y. If we were like this, it would be an I, and there is an I raise as well. There's a T raise, and obviously this would be a lateral raise, but there's a different way to do it as a T and an A raise. So those are all have a different part and work different parts of your shoulder and your back musculature. They're all important, but today we're going to focus on the Y. So just think letter Y. I need to have my arms, nice and broad across me, broader than my shoulders. Okay. And that's the plane of motion when you go up and down. So it's kind of an A at the bottom, a Y at the top. So this is the plane of motion. The other thing is I want you to go up as high as you can, really as far back as you can, okay? And then back down, okay? Now I don't want you to try to hyper arch to bring your arms up. We really want this to be in the shoulders, not pressing too much, okay? The other thing is it's important that your thumbs are up. So just think thumbs up through this. So it doesn't matter whether you're holding a dumbbell, your thumbs are going to be up. If you're holding a dowel, you're going to let the dowel rest right here between your finger and your thumb and pull up. If you're just using your body weight, which the dumbbells you're going to use in this are like 3 pounds, 5 pounds, you're not going to need any more than that. And so you might even start with body weight. Don't be afraid. If I put 3 pounds in there and you just can't keep that, the reps, or you can't keep the right form, drop it down to just the weight of your hands, because this is, you'll find really quickly how weak that part of your back is. Okay. So there's a couple other ways you can do this. You can do this on a bench, laying down, or on a stability ball. And so I will have that running your program. You can do it standing with a band, or standing with a dowel, or you can do it on the bench with a dowel. So there's a whole bunch of different ways to do this. So let me just show you the position. I'm not going to drag my bench over here, but if you have the bench, I'll give you the form. For here, okay. If you have the bench here, you'd be leaning over it, okay. Or I'm just going to come down here because if you have the stability ball, you'd be in this position as well. So the ball's here, or the bench, my upper body is just going to lean on it, right? So I'm here, upper body's leaned on it. Physio ball, the stability ball would be here, and I'd be leaning, or the bench is here, and I'm just resting my chest there. Now it's really, really, really important that your shoulders stay down and back. See, the thing is when my trap, which is this, the upper trap, this muscle here is turned on, which it does this, okay? When it's turned on, my lats are turned off. They cannot both be, I can't be flexing this up and flexing my lat at the same time. When this is contracted, this is elongated, okay? So we want to work our lats, and and that the middle back and lower back region, we have to have our upper traps turned off. So they have to be depressed down. Now these are elongated so that I can contract my lats. So that's really important. Keep those elongated and down. Otherwise, you're going to be working your traps and not your lats, okay? It's also going to give you a headache because that's too much tension. So then we're going to grab our dowel, or if we have the dumbbells, just our dumbbell like this, okay? Elbows are nice and straight, just with a soft elbow. I'm leaned over in my bench. My core is nice and tight. My shoulders are pressed down, so my traps are turned off. And I'm just gonna raise up. Nice stretch. Raise down. Try to reach up as far and as back as you can. You might not have as much mobility as I have, but try to go as far as you can and hold it at the top. So up, hold, and if I have a count there for time under tension, just follow that. It might be 4 at the top, okay? If I'm doing with dumbbells, same thing. Or here, right, I'm leaned over, and I'm up, and I'm down, and I'm up, and I'm down. Don't pull with the neck. Keep your neck nice and neutral. I'm looking at you guys when I'm forward facing, but your neck needs to be neutral, meaning not this way, not this way, just the way that your spine would normally be for that, okay? Now, the other way that you can do this, because you can do it standing as well, with the dumbbells or with the dowel, like I showed you, but a band is also really great. So you can put this, the cable is going to be too hard generally. You're going to want the lightest band that you have, and you're going to you can either stand on it or put it in the door. The door usually is a little bit better because it'll be a little bit in front of you, okay? You're just going to grab the handles, same movement, so traps are turned off. I'm going to just come up nice and wide and down. Nice and wide and down. Making sure that I keep that Y movement at the top. The thing that's great about the bands and the dowel is it keeps your arm in that fixed place so that it's harder to come in too close and make an I instead of a or instead of a Y. The dumbbells, you have to really make sure that you don't start coming here because it is hard to hold them out over here. It's one of the reasons the weight needs to be light. So let me show you one more time. I want to show you basically just how it's going to look from the back, okay? So that you can really see. Remember, your thumbs are going to be up. I'm going to lean over so I'm hinged at the hip, and I'm just going to come up, squeeze. Notice how my whole lower back is nice and tight. My shoulder blades are staying down. I'm not hunching them over. I have them down. My traps are turned off. I'm up, squeeze, and down. There you go, guys. There are your Y raises. Enjoy.